Once again, I expressed my reluctance to stay. I yearned for more lessons as a human. They responded with a perplexed, "Why?" as though my statement was absurdly incomprehensible.
Greetings, my dear friend. Welcome to the NDE Library, your gateway to incredible journeys beyond life. Imagine a voyage to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, a journey that propels you to the precipice of existence itself. Today's experience is not merely one of cosmic exploration, it's an odyssey through the labyrinthine corridors of the mind, the soul, and the very fabric of reality. In this ineffable experience, our protagonist confronts otherworldly guides, ethereal landscapes, and even the elusive threads of their own consciousness. The implications of this journey could reshape our understanding of life, death, and the interstitial realms that lie in between. So, dear viewer, we invite you to settle in, for you are about to embark on an intellectual expedition unlike any other. If this subject intrigues your sense of wonder, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Do stay with us. You won't want to miss the revelations that await.
After hours of illness, I found myself enveloped in a haze of confusion, sickness, and disorientation. The sensation intensified when I experienced sharp, burning pains in my chest. A friend guided me to a bed to rest. Gazing out the window, a mesmerizing, swirling portal appeared before me. Its beauty was captivating, its colors vibrant. It felt oddly familiar, yet I couldn't pinpoint where I might have seen it. Dominated by a dynamic shade of deep blue, the portal's form shifted continuously. Surrounding it, crystal-like hues danced and shifted. The portal expanded until it consumed my entire view. Before I knew it, I was within. Inside, I was surrounded by an infinite expanse, akin to the vastness of the universe. Despite the enormity of it all, I didn't feel dwarfed or insignificant. Instead, there was a sense of nurturing and boundless freedom. Vivid colors, reminiscent of shooting stars, darted around, some near, some far, and others feeling as if they coursed through me. Planets, stars, and galaxies dotted this boundless space. The Earth felt distant as I journeyed deeper into the cosmos, drawn by a force more potent than gravity. The once vibrant tableau began to fade, with celestial forms becoming scarcer. I sensed I was nearing the universe's edge. Then, everything transitioned to profound silence, peace, and stillness. I had transcended some cosmic boundary. The abyss of space was replaced by a pristine, creamy white. It wasn't just color, it bore a unique texture, a mix of creamy, rubbery consistency that was as ethereal as air. This indescribable milieu was akin to being immersed in liquid wax, without the sensation of it clinging to the skin. It was all around, a sight to behold and impossible to truly convey. In this realm, the concepts of time and space dissolve into irrelevance. The notion of time, which once seemed so fundamental, now appears almost laughable. I feel myself melding into the environment, sensing the vast tapestry of existence that stretches both behind and ahead of me for eons. It's as though a vault of cosmic knowledge has burst open, revealing eternal truths. I now understand that life is perpetual, emanating from this primordial source of boundless energy. This energy is so immense, so enduring, that neither creation nor destruction could ever affect it. It must be what people refer to as God, not a deity ruling over creation, but an omnipotent force that is the essence of existence. From the tiniest bacterium to celestial giants, from tangible matter to the abstract concept of nothingness, it embodies all. Abruptly, the sensation changes. I find myself plummeting, sinking faster and deeper into a void of increasing darkness. Although I realize I no longer have a physical form, the fall continues, culminating in an abrupt halt. I'm enveloped in a darkness unlike any I've experienced, vast, overwhelming, yet confined compared to the infinite expanse I'd just left. The silence here is different, devoid of emotion. Neither happiness nor sorrow exists, only a sense of apathy and stagnation. It's as though I've reached a space of pure nothingness, a realm devoid of knowledge or communication. Then, from afar, a radiant light approaches. Whether I'm drawn toward it or it toward me, the distance between us narrows. Emerging from the gloom is a towering bull made entirely of fire, its entire form bathed in gentle flames. As it strides purposefully through the darkness, I experience a sudden sensation of cold wetness, its origin unclear. The bull turns its gaze toward me, exuding a sense of calm wisdom. With a nod, almost a bow, it signals for me to follow. Though it doesn't speak, its intelligence and benevolence are palpable. I find myself trailing behind this fiery guide, uncertain of our destination, yet intrigued by the journey ahead. In this place of utter emptiness, the sensation of boredom feels almost like a form of torture. I yearn for escape from this numbing void. Then, out of nowhere, I feel something lifting me. A singular voice resonates, advising, "Don't follow him." As I ascend, the environment brightens, and I find myself back in the white expanse, the origin of everything. But now it's different. Organized colors permeate the whiteness, resembling a kaleidoscope yet far more intricate. Though white remains the dominant hue, countless other colors are sprinkled throughout, manifesting in mathematical shapes and patterns. Some shapes expand, others shimmer, and some simply drift in this multi-dimensional tapestry. "You're home now," a chorus of voices convey, though it seems as if they're speaking as one. It's not audible communication, it's as if they're conversing directly with my soul. Even though I recognize where I am, I deny it, reluctant to admit this truth to myself. "This is where you came from, and this is where you'll end," they chant, their words echoed by the pulsating colors. As they speak, I perceive the timeline of existence itself, witnessing not just our galaxy, but the entire universe. The creation wasn't a big bang, but more like a slow, stretching drip, creating an opening in the fabric of reality within which we exist. It's as if this omnipresent energy willed itself into existence, setting the cosmic wheels in motion. This self-creating, self-observing universe includes us all. Even its own creator doesn't know the path life will take, and that's the beauty of it. The voices urge me to let go, noting that I'm still clinging to my human identity. Despite their assurances that joining them would be a temporary state, as energy must continually be reborn, I resist. "I'm not ready," I tell them. They respond, asserting that my hesitation is irrational since I am an intrinsic part of them. They assure me it's time to come home, to merge back into this eternal cycle of existence, awaiting the day when I will transform yet again. A rush of memories suddenly engulfs me. I recall lifetimes as a myriad of insects, a prey being consumed, births, and prior moments in this very place. I acknowledge to the omnipresent energy that while I understand, I'm not ready to abandon my human life. I still have lessons to learn, sights to see, and loved ones to hold close. The existence energy assures me I can still feel those I love. As I reach out, without a physical form to do so, the radiant whiteness merges with me, warm and alive. The chorus of voices explains that this is the foundational energy constituting all existence, ceaselessly flowing through every form, connecting everything and everyone. Even in the apparent emptiness, this vibrant white energy exists. Given my return to this source, I can now traverse any realm I wish. They guide me through an experiential tour, not visual but emotive, of loved ones and foreign worlds, some teeming with life, others barren. I witness another planet marked by enormous grass plains and trees, inhabited by a creature resembling a hybrid of a yak and an orangutan. It's both strange and magnificent. The experience amplifies my realization of the universe's enormity. Earth is but a minuscule fragment in a boundless cosmos. Back in the luminescent energy field, I express a persistent longing to return to my body, to make my presence felt by those I love, even if just to say goodbye. The energy comforts me, stating that my influence will endure in the memories of my loved ones. Although they may grieve, they will heal, and eventually, they too will return home. However, I can't shake the feeling that I'm not yet prepared for this ultimate homecoming. Sensing my hesitation, the voices urge me to relinquish my personal identity, stressing that it's time to reintegrate into the primal energy. "Let us show you," they say. Instantaneously, I find myself inside my human body, yet not in the way I expected. I am at the very core of my brain, my viewpoint infinitesimally small, surrounded by honeycomb-like structures divided by great chasms into distinct zones. This neural hub operates in just 3 colors: red, yellow, and white. Each cell-like honeycomb flashes between these colors, illuminating in accordance with its activity. And in that moment, I am afforded a surreal panorama of my brain's workings, as though I am the observer and the observed, existing within and beyond my biological form. Even as I marvel at this spectacle, the voices remind me that I am merely one configuration of the limitless energy that permeates all things. The question remains, am I ready to dissolve into this eternity, or is there yet more for me to do, to see, to love, in my present form? The energy guided me through the inner architecture of my brain, revealing that it's not a monolithic entity, but rather a complex of specialized areas. They showed me the locus of my personality, and I realized I was simply a composite of memories and learned behaviors, all serving to sustain the illusion of my individual humanity. My brain then prompted me to observe another section, where electrical impulses traveled from the brain to the heart. Compared to the cosmic infinity I had just experienced, this biological circuitry seemed almost rudimentary. The energy articulated that my body is essentially a biological machine and my personality a construct shaped by experiences. They stressed that my core purpose is to experience life, to observe, and in doing so, to contribute to the universe's ongoing quest for self-knowledge. They insisted that humans and animals are cut from the same cosmic cloth, all part of the universe's endeavor to diversify experiences through an array of life forms. They negated the concept of a lifespan, arguing that life is not a competition for longevity. They emphasized that in death, only the body perishes. My essence would simply undergo transformation. As they conveyed these truths, I felt a potent vibration originating in my toes and ascending through my body. It was as though I were made of countless grains of sand, each oscillating at a unique frequency. Slowly, my ethereal self began to disengage from my physical form, like Velcro tearing away from fabric or meat pulling away from bone. As my corporeal body relaxed, shoulders falling back, jaw slackening, and head tilting, I heard a discernible crunch. Weightless and free, I realized I had heeded their call and accepted my fate. No longer confined to my brain's honeycombs, I found myself among them, where it all began. A cacophony of voices welcomed me, sharing stories, reciting poems, singing, and imparting historical and futuristic insights. From the calm, deliberate cadence that characterized our earlier interactions, the pace escalated to an almost frenetic tempo. It was overwhelming and reignited my sorrow. Once again, I expressed my reluctance to stay. I yearned for more lessons as a human. They responded with a perplexed, "Why?" as though my statement was absurdly incomprehensible. I remained silent, to which they replied by revealing that among them were souls I had known. I found myself at a crossroads, pondering the dichotomy between the corporeal and the cosmic, the individual and the infinite. And though I had just begun to acclimate to this newfound realm, questions lingered. Was I ready to surrender my human journey for this transcendent communion? Was my existential curiosity sufficient reason to seek a return to my prior existence? The questions hung in the air, waiting for my decision. I looked up to see a woman standing over me, towering almost like a giant. It was someone I knew who had recently passed away, She communicated with me, not through spoken words, but through some form of telepathy. Reiterating what I had just been told, she assured me that we are all forms of energy, intricately connected, and that there was no need to fear. "No one wants to be here," she conveyed, "but we all have to take this journey at some point. I'll be here to guide you, so there's no need to be anxious or sad." Curious, I asked her, "If you've transitioned into energy, why do I still see you as you were, a human? Why haven't you reincarnated as another creature on some distant planet?" She didn't directly answer my question. Instead, she elaborated on the vastness of the universe, filled with an almost incomprehensible amount of energy. "It could take millions of years for your turn to incarnate as a being again," she said, "but that's irrelevant because time is not a concept when you're in this form of pure energy." I reiterated that I wasn't ready for such a transition. Her response was both abrupt and profound. "Then you'd better do something about it." In an instant, I found myself jolting upright in bed, choking on vomit. I coughed it up, feeling a small amount on my chest. Sunlight was streaming through the windows. Though I felt extremely ill, my heart pounding and the room spinning, I realized that the inexplicable journey I'd just undergone had ended. "I'm not dead," I whispered to myself. A torrent of emotions swept over me. Numbness, shock, anxiety, fear, all vying for attention in my overwhelmed mind. I was grappling with something monumentally significant, something that defied all comprehension. It was as though I had experienced every emotion imaginable, and it was, without a doubt, the most pivotal event of my life.
As our odyssey through the mind and cosmos draws to a close, we are left pondering the ineffable mysteries we've explored together. If you too have been captivated by this journey, we invite you to express your thoughts by clicking the like button below. To become a fellow voyager on future expeditions, do hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. We'd also be delighted to hear your insights, questions, or theories in the comments section. Together, we can explore even deeper layers of these cosmic enigmas. Until then, dear viewer, may your own journey be filled with wonder and revelation. Thank you for sharing this voyage with us.